What's up guys, Roddy here back again with another video with the Lexus GS400. So we got some more parts in today. We're gonna swap out the upper rad hose, the lower rad hose, the coolant temperature sensor, just because I was having some overheating issues. So I wanted to figure out like what was the culprit, because I already swapped the rad. I swapped the rad fan. I did like a gravity bleed on the coolant system to try to get all the air out, and that did work a bit. Swapped the thermostat, ran the car trying to like make sure that it was like operating at normal temperatures, but it would overheat just like slightly a bit. So that got me concerned. So then after we noticed that the lower rad hose was swelling up, also the upper rad hose was swelling up as well. So that was just a sign that we had to replace that. So now we're here, we're gonna replace the hoses. Also my fan wasn't kicking on when the heat would get to the halfway mark of the temperature gauge. That concerned me as well. Doing a bit of researching, some people are saying that sometimes it could be the coolant temperature sensor that's like not sending signal to the harnesses and stuff like that. Gonna attempt to just replace those 3 items and then bleed the system again. I'm actually gonna take out the thermostat, run it, because usually if you take out the thermostat, it shouldn't overheat. If I do that and it's still overheating, then I know I got a bigger issue, but hopefully not. I already ordered an OEM thermostat from Toyota. I still have to go pick it up, but I want to run it without the thermostat just to see if it stays operating like in the middle of the gauge. And if it does, that means just the aftermarket thermostat that I got is faulty. So we're gonna do that today. So I hope you guys enjoy the video and the process. Stay tuned. Right now, we're just draining all the coolant. So then after, when we take off the rad hoses, it's not a mess, obviously. All right, so here are the new rad hoses. Bought them from Rock Auto. They're just the AC Delco professional grade rad hoses. This one's the lower, it's longer. This is the upper, shorter, right directly to the rad. Thankfully for the GS400, like everything is like right in the front, so it's not difficult to like take these off, or you know what I mean, like unloosen the clamps and pull them off. Right now the coolant's still drizzling out of the rad, and I'm just hoping that after I fix all this that it resolves the overheating issue and I can finally drive the car. It's been almost like 2-3 months of me owning the GS and I haven't done anything with it. Well, I drove it out of the driveway just to see how low it was gonna be. Sometimes my Zez just makes it. Attempted to go off the driveway. We went forward first. Of course, we did like a slight angle, and right away, the side skirts just got stuck, stopped the car. And I was like, oh shit, we're gonna fucking damage the rear side skirt or something. Put it in reverse, and still like, I had to like gas it, did a little burnout, and came back up. That just shows that this thing needs hard angle to get off the driveway. So we attempted it again because I had to switch the position of the car going inwards instead of front facing outwards because the exhaust fumes, right? I had to just force it out the driveway. Came back in the front side and same thing, just, I think because the tow hook sits lower on the rad support, so I think that scraped the driveway. This thing is low, man, it's crazy, but it's like so well fitted that I kind of don't want to adjust the fitment because it looks beautiful. Thanks Sheldon for doing the math, nailing the fitment on this car. So, you know, might just have to do like hood rat shit and just keep the fitment there and just, you know, static life. Look at that. You can see how swell it is from here to here, because that's their regular diameter usually. Nothing like blowing up like balloon. Just come out already. Gee. Oh, shot me in the chest. Oh. Aha, life hack. Jeez. Use the vice grip and just twist it. Should slip on now. Almost there. Aha, look at that, eh? Shit, man. you doing? Oh, what are you doing? Use the life hack trick here, just so you can take it off, transfer it on easier. This one. Damn. As you can see, the new lower rad hose is on. It's got the sticker, like AC Delco down there. Upper rad hose is swapped. That's a new one. Now I'm moving on to the coolant temperature sensor that I got here from AC Delco. Just this one's easy to replace. Just gotta unscrew it, swap it in. Probably won't film this just because GoPro battery life is shit. It's already at 22%. I want to get the most out of the battery life I can to complete this video. Now I lied. I'll give you guys a preview here. So underneath the rad, you have this is your drain for the coolant. And then there's the one coolant temperature sensor right here. And I already loosened it, so it's just literally just unscrew it. It'll come out like that. Let's pop in the new one. Well, that was a fail. They sent me the wrong coolant temperature sensor. Oh, look at the difference here. This is the original. This is the new one. You can tell the size difference of this to that. Now I'm gonna have to dispute this, send it back, etc, etc. Alright guys, so what I realized was when I took off the thermostat and then I sealed it back up, I refilled it with coolant, but it started dripping from the thermostat housing. What I realized is that this thermostat, the gasket on it, it actually acts like a sealant in the block. When the coolant runs through, it doesn't seep through the creases of the housing. So what I'm doing right now is draining it again, and then I'm gonna have to reinstall the thermostat, bolt it up again, refill it up with coolant again for the third time. But yeah, you know, this is stuff that you go through to learn. What I mentioned about earlier was when I topped up the rad with the coolant, it would seep out like in the crevice here. But now that I put the thermostat back in, it's not seeping anymore, so that's a good sign. Just filled the rad back up with coolant. It did do it one last burp, so I'm gonna start it up now and see how it goes. Keep our fingers crossed and hope for the best. So it's been like a day. Unfortunately, the GoPro battery died, so I couldn't record like the bleeding process and just overviewing if the car would overheat. So all I can do right now is just explain to you guys what happened. When we fired up the car, I had a timer set on my phone just to like time the intervals of what the car does at a certain minute of the time. It was going good. It took about like 6-7 minutes to get the needle from cold to halfway mark on the gauge. After it reached like the halfway mark, I had the timer still running, sitting there waiting. It looked really good. It looked promising. As soon as it hit like that 15-minute mark, it started like slowly creeping. So that already like was like a sign like, yeah, okay, we still didn't fix the issue with the overheating stuff. Within like 20 minutes, I'll say it reached the next tick of the temperature gauge. And let me show you guys right now. On the GS400, they have like on the temperature gauge, oh shit, I don't have the keys, but there's 2 ticks before you hit the red overheating like pretty much limit. After 20 minutes, it made it, not even 20 minutes, I could say like maybe 23 minutes. It made it to like the next tick, and then I shut it off just for like safety precautions. As you guys know in the video, obviously I don't have the right coolant temperature sensor, so I did order a new one from Rock Auto. Should be here within like the next couple days, and once it does, I'll redrain the coolant, replace the coolant temperature sensor, and then do another test. Because at the same time, the thermostat opened up because both of the rad hoses were like, well, the lower rad hose where it's attached to the thermostat housing was extremely hot, which is a good sign because that means that the thermostat opened up and is sending coolant, you know, cycling through the engine. So that's a good sign, but the only thing that was concerning was that the rad fan didn't kick on, probably because the coolant temperature sensor was faulty, telling the computer that the car is still cool, which is not, because the thing was hot and boiling. But as of right now, I can't really do much more. I'm just gonna have to wait until the coolant temperature sensor arrives in the next couple of days. Then I will pretty much make a part 2. Well, I don't know how many parts this freaking series is gonna go on the overheating issue, but Part two of the next video will be me draining the coolant again, replacing the coolant temperature sensor, and then pretty much refilling it. And I'm gonna try to my best to do like bleeding out all the air. Maybe I'll see if I can get like one of those vacuum tools that can suck all the air out and then feed back coolant into the system, into the engine. That way I will know that I have no air bubbles or anything in the system to create overheating issues. Till then, I hope you guys liked the video. If you guys learned something from this video, or even like the life hack that you see with the rad hose clamps, you guys can use that for yourself. Definitely smash the like button. And if you guys want to keep following along with my Lexus build, you know what to do, and just hit that subscribe button. So until then, I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.